What is up, social media people? I'm making this video for professional service businesses, personal brands, or whatever you consider yourself, so that we can go through this document that I created for you and I can explain everything along the way, just so it's easier to understand. So why the Social Flow system is the simplest way to transform your business using social media. It sounds great, right? Let's find out why. So let's face it, chances are you're not the only service provider in your area doing what you do. Whether you're in finance, legal services, real estate, no matter what it is, there's likely dozens of other competitors that are offering something pretty similar to your service. So how are you supposed to stand out? Especially if your competitors already have a massive established following on social media, they have hundreds or even thousands of client testimonials, and they have a full team on the back end that does everything for them. And I was faced with the same problem myself. So after hours of research and trying different methods for myself, I've discovered what is the most simple, cost-effective, and time-efficient system for getting your ideal clients flowing to you through your social media account consistently every single month. And no, this does not involve sending hundreds of messages and DMs to people that you don't even know, spending a ridiculous amount of money on paid ads online, or starting to cold call people every day. Luckily for you, I've saved you the trouble of having to try that for yourself, because as I'm sure you can guess, none of that stuff works predictably or consistently. Instead, after using this system, I found that customers were showing up to calls knowing exactly who I was and exactly what I did. This saved me so much hassle of having to sell them my service, or even worse, having them ask me, "Remind me what it is that you do again?" Not only am I personally using this system to bring me new clients every month to my business, but it tends to produce some pretty amazing results for clients' businesses, assuming that they implement it the right way. And that's what we're getting ready to go over right now for completely free. So let's jump right in how it works. So we have the Social Flow Funnel 101. So this is the basic framework for any funnel, right? We have 4 steps here, starting with attention all the way down to conversion. So the goal of any funnel is to take someone who is completely unaware of you, of who you are and what you do, and by the time they reach the end of it, at the very bottom, they'll be converted into a paying customer. And the reason why this Social Flow system is the simplest way to transform your business is because it's going to bring you 10 to 25 plus brand new qualified leads that are interested in you and what you do every day. They're going to be coming to your Instagram profile. Second, it's going to nurture those leads and establish you as the authority in your field. And then lastly, it's going to allow you to easily convert them into paying clients. Because keep in mind, by the time they reach the bottom of this funnel, they're practically going to be begging to pay you at this point. So before we jump into that, let's talk about what the 99% is doing and why it's not really working out too well for them. So the first thing is they're only posting organic content on their social media. And I have nothing against organic content, right? I'm not saying you should stop doing it, but we'll talk about why it's not predictable or consistent here in a second. The second thing, they're just praying that people click through to their profile, they click that tiny little link in their bio, and then they end up booking a call with you all on their own. The last thing, they're focusing on trying to go viral, thinking that this is what is finally going to explode their business and they'll be set forever. So again, this is what the 99% is doing. Do not be like the 99%. And if you're watching this video, I already know this is not you. But let's just talk about what happens with the 99% that follow this strategy. So as I'm sure you can imagine, they have no predictability whatsoever from month to month. And this is because their entire business is just relying on something that's outside of their control, right? They can't control the social media algorithms, right? It's so inconsistent. They have no idea when or where their next client is going to come from because, again, they're relying on organic views online. So what happens is they end up stuck in this content creation cycle, right? They're doing those silly dances with the trending songs that you see all the time, right? They're just following trends. They're doing what everyone else is doing. They're trying to go viral, right? They're thinking that's what is going to be the solution for them. So what am I supposed to do then, right? What is my only option? Well, this is where the social flow system comes in, and we're going to take a look at this beautiful diagram that I created here. And I know what you're thinking, like, wow, all these lines and colors and squares, like that looks like a lot. And yeah, it is a lot. But my goal is to simplify it down to where you can understand it and be able to utilize it for yourself, right? So let's start here. We're going to start at the top of funnel. And I wrote here, top of funnel awareness, right? Our goal here at the top of funnel is awareness, right? Where a lot of people go wrong is they think of like direct response marketing, right? So you see an ad, and from that ad, they think, oh, this person's going to buy, right out the gate, the first touch point, the first time they ever see you, someone's going to buy from you, right? That's what makes us different right out the gate, is that the whole purpose is just to build awareness, right, at the top of the funnel. And once we get to the bottom, we'll focus on converting, right, converting these people into customers. But initially, all we want is awareness. So there's two main ways we're going to do this. And the first is through Instagram profile visit ads. And again, I'm sure you're thinking, oh, Instagram ads, paid ads, I don't want to do that. Look, this is not a direct response ad, right, where you're directly asking someone to buy, right? This is where your predictability is going to come from. So this doesn't mean you should stop posting organic content, like I said. This is just going to ensure that you consistently get in front of new people every day so that they're becoming aware of who you are, right? So a basic framework for what an ad would look like right here is just to call out your avatar and hook them within the first 3 to 5 seconds of that video. And I'm sure you've seen video, like now that you understand this framework, you can look at videos and see that they all kind of follow a similar framework to this. So you're calling out the avatar and hooking them right at the beginning. You're immediately going to list, 3 outcomes, 1 specific feature, 1 logical benefit, and then 1 emotional benefit. So we're touching on different pain points and different aspects of what your ideal customer is experiencing and what they need help solving. And then lastly, we're going to have a call to action just to follow me, right? Just like I said. So at the very end of that video, we're going to say, hey, if you found this valuable or if you want to learn more, follow me here on Instagram, right? And that's going to get a person into the top of your funnel. They are aware of you, and you'll know that they're aware of you because they followed you, right? So if they followed you, they obviously watched the video, they were interested, right? You piqued their interest, and now they are following you and they are aware of you. So that's the first way, top of funnel. The second way is going to be through YouTube content. So a common misconception I see a lot is that people think, man, you need thousands of subscribers, tons of views on every video in order to make money with YouTube. And that is just not true, right? YouTube is just a platform for housing long form videos. So Instagram, think of that as like your short, quick 30 to 60 second reels, right? They're fast paced, they grab your attention, they look cool. YouTube is where you can have longer form videos. And these videos are very effective at nurturing your audience. It allows them to spend several hours at a time with you as they consume your videos. And these don't have to be like crazy Hollywood level edited videos with hours of scripting or even those extravagant vacations that you see all the time. In fact, it's probably better that they don't have any of those things. Really, you just want to show your expertise to your audience, right? Provide them with value, whether you're educating them, teaching them something, right? Giving them something of value, and then authentically showing your personality so that your ideal clients will resonate with you. So I included here a link to how to script your YouTube videos. You can check that out. It's a super simple framework. If you have any questions, just send me a message and I can help you out with that. But that is the top of funnel. So top of funnel awareness. Next, we're moving to middle funnel, which here is nurture. That's the goal at the middle of the funnel. And this is truly where the magic happens. So if you've nailed your top of funnel system, you've successfully created a follower machine that is bringing you new prospects every single day and even at night while you're sleeping. And remember, when these people follow you, that's directly indicating that they're interested in you, right? They watched your ad, They liked what you said, maybe they got some value out of it, and at the very end you just told them, hey, follow me on Instagram if you want to learn more, if you want to see more. So now they're at this stage. And again, the 99% are completely skipping this entire step. They're just shooting themselves in the foot without even realizing it, right? It's like when you very first meet a person and then you just ask them to marry you right out the gate. Like, you're kind of thrown off. That doesn't even make sense, right? Like, there's no structure to it. There's no funnel. There's no nurture. They don't know you. They don't like you. They don't trust you. Any of those things, right? So this is almost kind of like building a relationship, right? And it's all through your content. So the first way we're nurturing at the middle of the funnel, again, is through that YouTube content. So this is the way I like to break it down. The more content you have on YouTube, the more time that people can spend watching you. And the more time that they spend watching you, the more they get to know, like, and trust you. And then lastly, the more they know, like, and trust you, the more likely they are to buy from you, right? Because it's intimate, right? Like, a YouTube video is kind of like this right here. Like, I'm just sitting here talking to you, right, in the camera. Whether you're by yourself or you're watching this with someone else, it's just me and you, and I'm just telling you, right? I'm showing my personality, I'm showing who I am, and giving you information through the camera. So when you have a whole backlog of content and videos on your social media account, on your YouTube channel, when someone comes into your funnel, right, and they become aware of you, the next thing they're going to do is start watching all your content because, oh my gosh, I just followed this person. They have all this valuable content. This is great, right? So the more time they spend with you, you're building that relationship. You're building that trust. So that's the first way to nurture people in the middle of the funnel. The next way is going to be through something called lead magnets. So if you aren't familiar with what a lead magnet is, then you are now, because that's what you're consuming right now. Once prospects follow you or engage with your content, an easy way to start a conversation with them is to lead with value and give something to them first, right? Like, I'm giving you this document through a DM or asking for your email address, something like that. But it's a beautiful exchange where I create this piece of valuable content one time, and now I get to share it with the world forever in exchange for whatever I want to ask for, whether it's just opening a conversation or an email address or a phone number, whatever it may be. So lead magnets, that's the second way. The third way we're going to nurture at the middle of the funnel is Instagram organic content. So like I said, I don't think you should stop posting organic content by any means. But what the paid ads is going to do is help make it predictable and consistent, right? So now that you have these new followers rolling in on a consistent basis, what you need to do is just keep showing up in front of them, right? They followed you for a reason. So this is a basic posting cadence that I'm following. I'm sure a lot of you guys are already doing something similar with your own profiles. But the first thing is just posting stories daily. So this can be simple, like quick videos, photos. You don't even have to talk, honestly. It's just showing behind the scenes stuff that you're working on, just showing your personality, right, on a daily basis. The second thing is going to be posting Instagram Reels or feed posts. Both are fine, just 3 to 5 per week. Ideally, you're providing value, again, to the audience. You're teaching them something. You're showing them how to do a specific aspect of something they want to learn. And the last thing is just actively engaging with your followers. So this is simple, just replying to comments, answering questions, right? Just being active, just being a person on social media, right? Just be social. So I put here, just keep showing up authentically, right? People followed you in the first place because they resonated with you, right? They saw your ad, they saw your personality, and they were like, man, this person's great. Like, I want to learn more about them. I want to see more about them. So just keep giving them more of what they came for to begin with. So that's the third way we're going to nurture people in the middle of the funnel. And now we're moving to the bottom, right? So again, this is ideally where you may be ready to drop to that knee and ask this person to marry you, right? We're not doing it at the top of the funnel at the very first touch point when we first meet them and they have no clue who we are or what we do, right? But let's assume that we made them aware of us, right? And then we nurture them as through interacting with them, right, in real life, because we're normal people. And then now they're warmed up, they know you, they like you, they trust you, right? You built this relationship. Now it's time to ask that question, right? Only now that you've gone through all these other steps, right? And again, don't be like the 99% that asks for the the hand in marriage at the first touch point, right? You don't want to be that person. So now that we're at the bottom of the funnel, congratulations. If you've nailed both your top and middle of funnel systems, you've successfully held your prospect's hand through this entire funnel. So from being completely aware that you even existed on the face of the earth to now willingly exchanging their credit card information with you for your professional services, right? It just makes sense at this point. Like after you've taken someone through this entire process, this entire funnel, like we're calling it, it just makes sense that that would be the next logical thing, right? Like they know all about you, they trust you, right? They know that you are knowledgeable and that you can add value to what it is that they need or their pain points. So they're almost questioning like, man, like this person's giving me all this free content, all this free value, like they haven't even asked me to buy anything, or like what's going on here? It just creates this dynamic of man, they just gave me so much value up front, like I almost feel like I owe this person, right? And when you've reached that point, that's how you know that you've had your funnel, installed and functioning properly. So I can pretty much leave it at this. There's not too much to add at this point, right? You can just book them on a call and close them, convert them into a client. That's the bottom of the funnel. So in a nutshell, this is the social funnel system and why it is so effective at transforming your business, whether you're a professional service provider, a personal brand, whatever you consider yourself. This is going to be extremely valuable for you and for your business. So what do I do now? What's next, right? So if you found this valuable, this is just what I give out completely for free, right? And next step would be just go to the top of that funnel. Just start at the top of the funnel and start implementing those things and work your way down, right? Just build it all out. And like I said here, this is all just the tip of the iceberg, right? Like these are just very surface level, foundational things. But if this sounds like something that you see yourself using now and it's valuable to you, send me a direct message on Instagram right now. You can click this link and DM me and we can talk. So I hope you guys found this valuable and I appreciate you watching and we'll talk soon. Peace.